Our problem was that we had units and organizations that were doing what I call legacy missions previously, or producing capabilities that were not required either in quantity or at all in the future, reference to what they'd done in the past. We had numbers of units that were flying F-16s, very, very old model F-16s, in the one of our reserve components, actually both of our reserve components. Those F-16s were reaching their life expectancy. I mean, you can't fly them beyond a certain level because wings are not, they'll fall off. And they're not, we've not validated through the company that built them that they'll survive beyond that period of time. We also had a massive need by the warfighter to move increasingly as an Air Force into unmanned aerial vehicles or unmanned aerial systems, UAVs. These guys don't want to give up the F-16s even though they're falling out of life. I need people over here doing the UAVs who have the air sense and the knowledge and the understanding of aerial systems, but do it in a different way. Emotions are created in that environment. Everybody had their own vision of what was right, and it wasn't all aligned. So we had to get them together to say, okay, why do you feel that way? Why do you think that way? What's the heart of your concern? Reference that particular issue, and drill down into those things to get to the ground truth of, okay, it's not that I really care about that, it's I care about this. There's a natural product of change, it's called reluctance. And it's just like a piece of the process. If you take the emotion out of it and decide they're not bad because they have reluctance, you just need to address that reluctance, then you can move them forward. And we had to do that. We had to do that to convince pilots that, you know what, this is an equally, if not more, day in, day out, 365, 24/7 mission that's important to the nation, that's important to people that are in a lot of harm's way forward in the fight. And you will quite literally, the first mission, probably be in an environment where you'll be saving somebody's life. Once they do that, once they've had that experience, if you can walk them carefully through that change to get them the experience and to see it for themselves, you don't have to advocate anymore for them. They instantly know how important that mission set is. I now have a unit in California who advocates how well that worked, how they were reluctant at first, but now, man, do they feel good about what they're delivering for the safety and security of our soldiers and sailors and airmen overseas and Marines overseas. So what we have done through this process is we've stood up 5 new units. The F-16, old model F-16s are going away, or some of their planes are being consolidated with another unit of F-16s that have more so they can operate them more efficiently. And I now have 5 new units of people flying UAVs in theater right now who are easily trained because of what they've already done. That's a concrete example of something we did in 2 years period of time, unheard of to do that before. If I had to do things differently, knowing this, I would have not spent so much time reacting to those whose sole purpose and need is to derail the change. I would have spent more time, dealing with it, at the level I needed to deal with it at, quickly stating the business case and moving away from that. And I would have spent more initial time focused on the 75%. But I think that's a natural way a leader responds in a circumstances. It's the old greasy wheel. But in this case, the greasy wheel stops progress.